Hello students, now let's see the second poem, Geography Lesson. The poet is Zulfikar Ghosh. It is well written by Zulfikar Ghosh, the poet of Geography Lesson. Okay, the poem is about the way Earth looks from different height. This is the poem about the way of earth looks from different how the earth looks from different height. The poet flies in a jet. Zulfikar Ghosh flies in a jet. Jet means aircraft which has jet engine. Okay, so our poet Zulfikar Ghosh flies in aircraft jet and describe his experience that how the city, country and earth looks at different height. Views of city, country and earth is described here. Okay, and also there are some questions come in our poet's mind also described in this poem. So it is divided into three parts. This poem is divided into three parts. First, the views of city, second the views of country and third the views of earth. Okay, thus this poem is divided into three parts. Okay, let's see the first part, first paragraph. Let's read the paragraph. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. When the jet means aircraft, an aircraft which has jet engine, and sprang means flew. But the jet flew into the sky or take off and start to climb up in the sky. When the poet reached at the height from where the city looks just at the scale of 6 inch from the mile. The poet કેટલી height પર at some height our city looks 6 inches scale. City કેટલી દેખાય 6 inch જેટલી દેખાય, whereas its length is long miles. ઘણી બધી માઇલ્સનું હોય સિટીનું લેન્થ, but at some height it looks like scale of 6 inch. And he can see full view of the city and how the city had developed at some height. Okay, so at some height when our poet Zulfikar Ghosh flew into the jet, એટલે કે જેટની અંદર બેસીને એવું જ્યારે ફ્લ્યુ થાય આકાશમાં જાય છે, ક્લિમ્બ into the sky and from there he can see a clear view of city, how the city developed. Okay, and એ કેટલી દેખાય છે? It is only a scale of 6 inch. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground. So inevitability means unavoidability. So something which is not avoidable, very important. So when we are on ground, everything's look unavoidable or very important. બધું આપણને કેવું દેખાય? આપણે જ્યાં છે on earth ground પર, ત્યાંથી આપણને અહીં જેટલું પણ છે એટલું everything for very important, બધું એકદમ important છે. But had looked haphazard. Haphazard means disorderly. But at some height, okay, when we are on the earth, everything is very important, everything looks very important, but at some height they looked haphazard means disordered, or they are looked dismanaged. Everything are looked dismanaged, unplanned and without style. So cities grows as per its need, not according to planning or any particular plan or any particular style. So It is look dismanaged at some height. Okay, so that is the view of city. Everything is looked very important when we are on the ground, but at some height city looked dismanaged. Okay, it grows as per its need but not according to plan. Cities જે છે એ પોતાની need પ્રમાણે grows થાય, પ્લાનના accordingly grows થતા નથી. It can clearly see from the sky at some height. Okay, now let's see the second paragraph. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities and where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. So, when the poet reached at 10,000 feet height, that at the height of 10,000 feet away from the ground, the poet can clearly see the country. Okay, at 10,000 feet, the poet can clearly see the country, that the country is all made by cities. Okay, 10,000 feet ની height પરથી એને શું દેખાય છે? Whole country he can see, and he can also see that whole the country is made by different cities. આ country શાનું બનેલું છે? Different cities નું બનેલું છે. And all cities are developed near the rivers or in river valleys. આ બધા જ cities છે એ ક્યાં ડેવલપ થયેલા છે? Near the rivers. રિવરની આસપાસ બધા સિટીઝ ડેવલપ થયેલા છે. ઓર નિયર ધ રિવર વેલીઝ. વેલીઝ મીન્સ એરિયા અલોંગ રિવર. રિવરની આસપાસનો જે વિસ્તાર હોય. ઓકે, દે આર કોલ્ડ વેલીઝ. ખીણ. ઓકે, રિવર વેલીઝની અંદર all the cities are developed. It is clearly seen from the 10,000 feet height. The logic of the geography that land and water attracted man was clearly delineated. So delineated means shown. So it is clearly shown that land and water attracted man. Every human being refers to live in such an area which fulfill its necessity of agriculture, business, transport, etc. and the area where plenty of water can be found. So we refers, human means we refers to stay in plains, medano. Okay, so which type of land we prefer to stay? So in plains, medano, near water resources. Okay, so we refers good land, plains, near water resources. So this land and water attracts human being. It is clearly seen from 10,000 feet height. So that's we all refer to stay in plains. That's why the river plains are densely populated area in the world. So river plains. Okay, so which geographic area we prefer to live? So that is river plains. For examples, Bangladesh and India's state Uttar Pradesh, they are densely populated area. Why? Because there are many plains created by rivers. So they are densely populated area. So it is clear that land and water attracted man at that 10,000 feet height. It can clearly seen. તો બધા ક્યાં રહેવાનું પ્રિફર કરે? વોટરની આસપાસ રહેવાનું પ્રિફર કરે. એન્ડ લેન્ડ કેવી હોવી જોઈએ? તો પ્લેન્સ હોવા જોઈએ. Okay, so it can be seen. So poet says that it can be seen from the height of 10,000 feet. Okay, so that is the view of country. Now let's see the third paragraph. When the jet roses 6 miles height, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. So at the 6 miles height, it is clear that Earth's shape is round and there is more water than the land. So, how many percent water are there on the Earth? How many percent water are there on the Earth? There are 71% water on the Earth. And how many percent land on the Earth? Earth ઉપર કેટલી land છે? So it is 29% land on the Earth. So it is clearly seen at the height of 6 miles. Okay, at the height of 6 miles, it's clearly seen that there is more water than land. So, okay, now but it was difficult. Now turn the page. But it was difficult to understand that the man on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. From that height, it was not clear. Why? So, at the height of 6 miles, it's clear that our earth is round and God creates oneness. God says શું ક્રિએટ કર્યું છે? Oneness. We are one living on the earth. But it is not clear that why human hated each other, why we kills each other, and why we create walls. It is not clear at any height that why we hate each other, why we create differences. It is not clear at any height. કોઈ પણ height પરથી એ clear નથી થતું કે why human beings hated each other. So at 6 miles per everything is clear that Earth's shape is round and there are more water than land. Okay, there are beautiful earth created by God. Everything is clearly seen by 6 miles feet height. But it is not clear that why we hated each other. It is not clear at any height. 6 mile height જાય કે એના કરતાં 16 mile height જાય, કોઈ પણ height, it is not clear that why we hated each other, why we kills each other, why we builds wall શા માટે ક્રિએટ કરી રહ્યા છે આપણે. ઓકે, આ મારી સિટી આટલી. Okay, that is the limit of my city, that is the limits of your city, that is the limit of our country, that is the limit of that country. Okay, why we build that limits, why we build that borders, whereas God creates one world that is very beautiful. But it is humans who create discrimination of caste, creed, dharma, jati. All discrimination are created by man's human and not by God. God creates only one world. God creates human being. God creates different beautiful creatures on the earth. But it is man who create discrimination of caste and creeds and dharma and jati and jatnu. Okay, and why it is created by human being. આવું બધું શા માટે human being create કરે? It is not clear from any height. એ clear નથી થતું. Till today આજ સુધી પણ એવું clear થયું નથી. Okay, these all are fans of shallow thinking. આ બધું શું છે? It is a fans of shallow thinking and come out of it. Build yourself by create peace and love in this world. Okay, so that is the message of this poem, well written by Zulfikar Ghosh. Okay, so here some glossaries are given. You have to write down all new words and their meanings into your English notebook. We will see the exercise later. Till then, take care. Stay home. Stay safe, children.